I flew to China after receiving an urgent summons to report to Project Anvil's council. I was tired and haunted by the scene of Nicholas's death. How could he die on a damn transit? Exhausted and angry, I reached my destination. A dark room, focused lights, a single table, a seat for one, and a bunch of files in front of me. Silence. Annoying lamp sound, but the dreaded questions did not come. No questions came at all. Did they not care? No, I'm here. Of course they care. They must know everything. What are these files? Deputy Director Charles Donovan of Project Anvil HQ reporting as requested, I said. Silence followed. But how could they know? I hadn't had time to file a report yet. This makes no sense. I'm sorry, General. It's such a mess. Read! The single phrase of a man with a deep, chalky voice made Donovan snap out of it. His mind suddenly sharpened as he received his orders. 5 files were lying in front of him, and he started to study them immediately. He took a quick glance. Candidates? Can't be. This is way too quick. Was he supposed to be replaced? Nonsense. Colonel Adam Hunt, an impressive man, strong, smart, brave, and loyal. Truly a great leader among men. A leader who could give us hope and a chance to fight back against the menace we are facing. Kimihaku. I had to reread this multiple times. I stared dumbfoundedly at the text as I read it over and over again to make sure my senses did not abandon me. It would be good if this were true, but it looks like some propaganda. This woman is just some fabricated fiction. Akemi Haku, age 21 years old, 87 successfully disclosed operations, success rate of 100%. 87 perfectly executed missions with 0 friendly or civilian casualties. There are no certainties in life, especially not in war, where one stray bullet can change fates and destinies, or one misguided look at the target can blow up the whole operation. This is definitely abnormal, if not fake altogether. John Walters, a 62-year-old 3-star general decorated with many honors and potentially vast connections network, the strict, old-fashioned type. The more I read, the more I dislike him. It feels like if given a chance, he would ensure our mutual destruction. Sean Reynolds, a private contractor, a mercenary, with a competent and impressive service record. But a mercenary is still a mercenary. I strongly believe that now, more than ever, we are not in a position to put our interests above others. We need a strong leader who is ready to serve, and to go above and beyond like he did. Luke Allard. He served under General Foster and is considered his protégé, but is this a joke? Half of his files were heavily redacted, and the other half was filled with insubordination, drinking habits, frequent absence from his post, striking a superior officer, and gambling away a military vehicle for a sack of potatoes. It has to be a joke. Shit, what time is it? Donovan looked exhausted and quite disoriented by this point. All the events, the lights, and the awkward silence accompanied by the annoying buzzing sound of the lamps in this dark room. He finally leaned back after finishing his task, and the chalky voice said, "Choose one." "Adam Hunt, sir. I choose Adam Hunt." This was an obvious choice for me. There was no second-guessing my decision, just a bit of irritation with the potatoes guy. If I were to choose him, I don't doubt that with this person's illustrious skills, we could exchange our strikecraft for a sack of rice and some tomatoes next. A few minutes passed, and I was escorted away. As I was leaving, I felt some of my worries alleviated. It's just that a strange feeling that everything is proceeding way too fast was nagging at me. Nonsense, I'm just too tired. It will be fine. Everything will be fine now, I'm sure of it. We will get back on our feet in no time and exterminate those pests. I arrived at my point of destination, which seemed to be an empty, desolate wasteland in the middle of nowhere. The driver told me to step out and drove off immediately after I complied with his request. No greeting party, no drinks, no ladies, huh? Well, that's lackluster. I said these words out loud mockingly, expecting no answer. Yet a few seconds later I heard, "The party will have to wait, sir. We have plenty of beverages, but our female staff can be a bit touchy at times, so do take care." After turning around, I saw a tall, fit, dark-haired man in his late 30s, maybe mid-40s, with a short, strict military haircut and even more strict masculine facial features. There was this one thing that immediately stuck out like a sore thumb on this gentleman's face and made me really curious. He looked angry. Why would he be angry with me? The man introduced himself as Deputy Director Charles Donovan and escorted me to an underground facility through a less-known entrance leading straight to the commander's quarters. Before leaving, Deputy Director Donovan informed me of a staff meeting at 5:30 a.m. in the conference room. But his last remark made me even more curious. Rest now, please, and don't be late. Now I knew for sure that he was pissed about something, and me? Well, I'm too curious of a person to pass up on an opportunity to have some fun at work at someone else's expense. Plus, I really need to solve this before this turns into an issue. But my plans for Charles will have to wait for now. You would think this room would feel strange and foreign, but as I looked around, I could not help but feel a surge of memories and emotions. The room was filled with books and photos, just like his old one used to be. Sentimental old fool, he had no children of his own, yet the room was filled with photos of his men's children. He even brought the same old huge punching bag with countless patches on it. He used to say that this bag was his oldest living comrade, and that those patches were the scars of war received by taking away the pain of his and his men. A bottle of rum on the table. The old man never drank himself. He loved to keep his mind sharp at all times, nor did he tolerate drunks. But this rum was for us nonetheless. We were men of war, too tough and proud to share our burdens. But in reality, the old man knew that we were too embarrassed to talk about our problems. He would invite you to his cabinet, pour you a drink and say, "Here, son, drink this and tell me what's on your mind. Tell me of your problems." And I had so many problems. I still do, old man. Luke poured himself a glass of rum and took a seat in the general's chair, the chair of the man whom he considered to be his true father. He leaned on one of his hands while holding the glass with the other. After a few moments, he put the glass back on the table without taking a single sip and said in a tired, whispering voice before dozing off, "I'm sorry for being away for so long. I'm sorry for being so selfish and for being too late. But I'm home now. It's me and you again, old man. You old fool. What did you get dragged into?" His eyes were closed, and the hand that he leaned on, its palm and fingers, covered most of Luke's face, but it could not cover tears running down through his cheeks.